All right, guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about the tools to optimize your marketing funnels and generate a massive return on investment. I mean, who doesn't want to generate a massive return on your investment, right? So let's dive into some tools. Hey, it's Bryan Dulaney, top 1% of all marketers and funnel experts in the world, and I'm on a mission to help you launch your expertise, grow and scale your business, and build your legacy. All right, guys, so let's talk about some tools to optimize your marketing funnels and generate a massive return on investment. So if you have funnels, awesome, because funnels significantly outperform having just a website. Although I'm a fan of having both, okay? Having a main brand or a main website that you can use as your content engine using like a platform like WordPress. That's what we use. And then we're able to update the blog posts and all that type of fun stuff. Now, on top of that, I run, obviously, all of our lead generation and our selling through funnels, okay? And the platform that I love most right now and for the last couple of years is ClickFunnels. It's a platform that allows us to do everything that we need to do without limitations and without restrictions in terms of generating leads and selling stuff online, okay? And there's no limits in my perspective because you have applications to plug into everything that you want through integrations or through a platform called Zapier. So here are some of the tools that I like to use for optimizing your funnels. Number one, you should be using Google Analytics. If you're not, I would encourage you to have someone set you up with Google Analytics, okay? It should be applied to all of your funnels. Okay, you should just be collecting that data, but then you should be more importantly using that data to understand what's going on in your business. Knowing and understanding everything that's going on in your business, your visitors, your leads, your opt-ins, where people are coming from, mobile versus desktop, like all these different metrics matter. Okay, some matter more than others, right? Like, if you come to find out that like 60% of your traffic is coming from mobile and the other 40% is coming from desktop, okay, cool, but what are you gonna actually do with that, right? So Google Analytics is important because it's a part of the bigger picture, okay? So that's number one. If you want a deeper dive on your tracking and analytics, in fact, this came up the other day, someone was telling me about their advertising team that they hired. And it was not our company, it was someone else. And they said that they couldn't track, they had to have that one URL and all the traffic had to go to that one main URL, and they weren't able to set up tracking to understand what was performing from ads versus what was performing from organic traffic. Okay, if you use a platform like Wicked Reports, okay, that's a software out there. There's tons of different software for tracking. Okay, that's a great one. Then you can understand where your traffic's coming from, organic versus paid. Now, in my opinion, that was a poor answer. The answer to that was not, we can't track it, because the reality is that every source of traffic you should be tracking. You should be tracking your traffic from Facebook ads. You should be tracking your traffic from Instagram ads. You should be tracking your YouTube ad traffic. You should be tracking your email traffic. Like, you should be tracking it all, and you should know, right? I mean, the worst thing is not knowing what's going on in your business, because then you lose predictability and you lose scalability. If you don't know what's performing the results in your business, how do you add gas to the fire? Most entrepreneurs that I know and that I've seen, because I've consulted companies that are startups to companies that are already doing $50 to $100 million a year, right? People come and see us all the time. They're already doing a ton of money in revenue in their business. They're looking to launch something new or scale what they currently have. On the flip side, want to completely start from scratch, right? And one of the common things that I hear all the time, over and over again, of the hundreds of people that come into our offices in La Jolla every single year, that is this. It's, I don't really know the numbers in my business, right? So if that's your scenario, number one, I'd love to hear about that. I'd love to have you solve that problem in your business, because you got to know the numbers. The funnel game is a math game, okay? Business is a math game, right? And you got to understand your numbers, and it all starts with tracking, okay? So those two things are super important. Google Analytics is from a simplistic perspective, and then maybe something a little more robust like Wicked Reports, okay, for link tracking and a deeper dive on what's actually going on with your funnels, what's actually going on with your conversion, where is your conversion coming from, which emails are producing conversions, all that type of fun stuff you should know about your business. So again, if you need help in that area, just drop a comment below this video. Just say, I need help in this area, and we'll be happy to point you in the right direction. All right, whether it's us or whether it's someone else, we have resources that we'd love to connect you with. all right? Okay, so what else? Live chat, another tool to optimize your marketing funnels and generate a massive return on investment for your business. So live chat, I'm gonna go back to 2012, 2013. I was speaking in a mastermind. It was one of the first higher ticket paid masterminds that I was in, okay? Just got back from Hawaii with this whole vision that I got downloaded to me in the middle of the night, and about the 7 steps of what I call the perfect funnel system. And it was to help people ultimately to capture leads, convert sales, create a community of raving fans as it relates to webinars and selling information products. Okay. Then I was at this mastermind and I was speaking about the 7 steps of the perfect funnel system, and what I said resonated with a guy who owns a vacation company. He said, "Bryan, I'd love to have you come out to our resort. We manage a bunch of resorts around the country, around the world, and we'd love to have you to put you up in presidential suite and enjoy Disney World and have fun and all that kind of stuff." And I said, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." So I came in and consulted on his business, and one of the things that I added, which was a very important piece of the puzzle for him to scale his business from $1.5 to $5.3 million in 6 months. Okay. I don't know if that's the type of growth pattern that you'd like, but I'll take that growth pattern all day long, right? 1.5 to 5.3 million in 6 months. Now, live chat is a game changer, okay? So I recommend that you add live chat to your website just because it brings it to life. It makes your site become alive. Look at your competitors. Back in 2012, I launched a blog network service, okay? So what I did was, I looked at all of my competitors and I did a side-by-side comparison of their service compared to our service. And I wrote blog posts on every single company that was in the running for being a competitor of our service. Now, mind you, if someone is buying links from the competitors, that's great. Typically, in that game back in 2012, you're buying links from everybody. Like, you're not just buying links from one company, you're buying links from every company you can get. Because back then, that was how the game was played, to manipulate the search engines. That doesn't work anymore. That was Panda came in, squashed that, rained on our parade, and like our $70,000 a month in income from that one service went to zero, like literally in a matter of days, right? It was terrible, it was devastating. But I integrated live chat for the first time on that site, okay? Then I integrated it for the vacation company, and then after that, I've integrated for a ton of different businesses, both local, international, information-based. Like, it just makes sense. Now, you need to have someone man that because, in some cases it makes sense to do a bot. In other cases, it doesn't. Like, a bot's gonna hurt you, right? In the technology space, you can have a bot and you can like make a fun game out of the bot, and like you can use the bot, like create your own language, and a bot makes sense in technology, right? Because typically, bots run technology, automation runs technology, right? So, but when it's like a physical, a personal touch business like vacations, it's helpful to have someone there present, able to take the call and be able to help people through that journey. And so we added it in to our business, which was a link building service, SEO ranking service. And literally, I remember this, as vivid as if it was yesterday. I was back at home in Pennsylvania. I was at the gym. It was probably Thanksgiving or Christmas, and I was in the gym, and I got an alert on my phone that dinged, and it said you've got a chat message, right? Basically. And so I remember answering the question. He said, "I got one question before I sign up," and he said, "If you can answer this question, I'm gonna do it." And so I answered the question, and within minutes, I got a notification that a $497 a month sale came through. Okay, so I want you to do the math on that, right? That's over the year, that's over $5,000. It's about a $6,000 sale. So that one live chat message to me was annualized worth $6,000, right? If I didn't have that there, that person might not have signed up, might have went off to somewhere else, might have not been able to get his question answered, wouldn't have been able to take the next step with me, right? So I'm a huge fan of live chat just because I've seen the proof in the pudding, right? If you study, if you look at the math, okay, again, this is a math game. Funnels are a math game. If you look at the math of live chat, okay, in almost every scenario that I've ever seen, it's added more value. Now, if you have no one that can be there live, that can answer questions, right? Then then it might not serve you, right? But if you have someone that can be there, so can support your business and answer that quickly, right? We took the times from like 4 hours to respond on giving a quote for a vacation down to less than 5 minutes, because we use live chat, we use phone calls, we used basically those type of platforms to get questions answered super quickly and not let people hanging, right? So I'm gonna encourage you to test live chat out. Now, if you're like real hesitant to it, I would say, you know what, just put it on your order forms, right? Like people have questions when they order, just throw it up on your order forms, right? Test it on your webinar registration pages. Like you should be testing live chat out and just see how it impacts your conversion rates. But if you don't have the tracking in place, you're not gonna know either way if it's making an impact or it's not, right? So start to add these things in and watch your business, scale. Little things make a big difference, right? Small hinges move big doors, right? So these small things that you do add up to making a monumental impact. I think about, what Russell has done with ClickFunnels and adding the badge to every single funnel that's built the platform. It's automatically added. I forget the math on it, but I was reading about it the other day in his newest book that he's coming out with, called Traffic Secrets. And he was talking about how it's responsible for like millions of dollars in revenue just by having the badge. And I remember it was interesting reading that because I was speaking somewhere. I forget, it was either his inner circle or it was at one of his events somewhere. I remember speaking about it and encouraging people to use the badge to get affiliate accounts, because that's actually what I did, in previous years selling other platforms, right? It's like that badge is a game changer. Just think about it. That one little simple thing is worth millions of dollars in revenue to his business if he didn't have that one little thing installed, right? So all these things add up and they all matter, okay? Remarketing is another tool to optimize your marketing funnels and generate a massive return on investment. So remarketing is when you land on a website, banners start following you around, right? I'm sure you've seen it, right? You visited a website and then all of a sudden, like that thing that you were looking at is now following you around everywhere, right? That's called remarketing or retargeting. Okay, it's very powerful. What I like to equate it to is like squeezing the lemon, right? You're gonna pay to get people to your website, then what you should do is make sure that your website follows them around for a long period of time, okay? If you go to one of my websites, perfectfunnelsystem.com, for example, you will see remarketing in effect, okay? We use remarketing strategically and we hammer, right? Because we understand the value of being omnipresent and being seen on all different types of platforms continuously, right? Like it doesn't just start and then fall off, right? Like we keep it going for a long time. In fact, it's funny, I'll have clients that are like 6 months in, a year in with us, 2 years in with us. They're like, man, I'm still seeing you show up all over the place, right? And it's like, all of that's very strategic because I understand the value of having an appearance with my prospects and my customers, okay? So remarketing, if you're not doing it, let me know in the comments, because if you're not doing it, it's okay. But just want to encourage you to do it, okay? Back in 2013, I was visiting one of my buddies' manufacturing facilities back in Pennsylvania. I helped him kind of kickstart this whole company. It's done over $36 million. He instituted remarketing and he started doing over $400 a day in revenue from a very basic concept, and then he applied the advanced concept that I shared with him, and it went to $4,000 a day in reclaimed revenue. So if you're gonna pay to get traffic to your website, right? Even if you get traffic to your website for free, you wanna be able to squeeze the lemon. You wanna be able to squeeze that lemon, all right? Okay, so every dollar you put out, you want it to come back, you want it to boomerang back, and you want it to multiply when it comes back. You don't want to just send your money out and then let it fall off to the wayside. You want to maximize that income back to you, right? So that's another tool. SSL certificates. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this real quickly. Okay, this is another tool to optimize your marketing funnels and generate a massive return on investment, and that is an SSL certificate. So if your website doesn't have HTTPS, www.domaindame.com, okay, I would encourage you to get it, okay? Studies show that you'll get an increased conversion rate of 29% or greater with having HTTPS compared to having HTTP, okay? You should never have just HTTP. In fact, if you want to take it up a next level and you have a brand that you want to pour some investment into and pour some dollars into ads, I would encourage you to get an extended SSL. An extended SSL is about $540 for a year, but that's, you get that green bar up in the URL bar, and it'll show that green bar up there, and that's what the big brands have. Okay, if you go to GoDaddy, if you go to Namecheap, if you go to Facebook, you go to some of the bigger brands, they have the extended SSL certificate. Okay, the whole point of the SSL certificate is that when people land on your website, you don't want it to say like, warning, this site might not be protected, right? You want your site to be protected. I say every opt-in page, every page that you're sending traffic to should have an SSL certificate, okay? They're practically free. The extended SSLs are $540 for the year. If your business makes profit, it's a great investment. It's a tax write-off. You're able to write that off in your expenses, right? Of course, contact your CPA about it. I'm not a CPA, but SSL certificates add value, increase conversion rates significantly. In my experience, if I'm gonna launch a new funnel, a new business, a new brand, it's gonna have an extended SSL because $540 is chump change compared to the increase in conversion rates that we've experienced with our funnels, all right? Okay, two other platforms, two other tools, VMO.com and Crazy Egg. VMO.com, Visual Website Optimizer, and CrazyEgg.com. These are two other platforms. Again, if you have any questions about any of these tools that I've mentioned, or you need help in any of these areas, just drop a comment below this video. I'd love to support you on your journey in helping you to launch your expertise, grow and scale your business, and build your legacy, all right? Just reach out, that's why we're here. But two other platforms are VMO.com and Crazy Egg. So these are two tools that allow you to do all types of different things, okay? So just check them out. You can do A/B split testing with VMO.com. Crazy Egg, you can do heat mapping, okay? You can see what people are doing on your funnels, on your websites, okay? It's good intel, okay? It's intel that you can use to optimize your funnel, right? Like, this always goes back to the initial conversation is you need to optimize in order to generate a massive return on investment, right? And it's kind of like I say this all the time, it's like brushing your teeth, right? Like, you probably should brush your teeth twice a day, right? Hopefully at least once a day, right? But at least once a day, potentially twice a day. Someone in your business needs to be focused on optimizing it, okay? You've heard the saying, you either grow or you die, right? You want to be growing constantly, right? That means you need to optimize your business, and you need to optimize your systems, your processes, and your ads. You need to optimize your funnels. You need to continue to optimize everything you're doing. Your funnels will get to a point where you don't have to optimize them anymore, right? You're happy with the results. I have funnels that, just print cash, right? Like, I spend $1 and I make more than $2 on the front end of that funnel all day long. I'm happy with that. I don't need to optimize it anymore. It's fully optimized. Now it's just putting gas on the fire. Get as many targeted ideal customers and leads to that page as humanly possible, right? But while you're in the process of optimizing, these tools are helpful, all right? So again, if you have any questions, please drop a comment below this video. I'd love to hear how you're using some of these platforms as well. I'd love to hear how you're using them. If you're not using them, if you have questions about them, be happy to answer any questions that you might have about these tools to optimize your funnel and generate a massive return on investment for your business. If you need any help, check out BryanDulaney.com. That's my website. That website has 3 different categories of offers, from do-it-yourself, and that's all the books that I have, the webinars, the courses, all that type of stuff, right? And then Done With You is that's our coaching program, our mastermind, and then Done For You is everything in our agency, okay? From branding and copywriting to funnel development to product and offer development, to you name it, everything that you need to launch your business, everything you need to grow and scale your business. We handle all of that in that part of the business, okay? That's the Done For You component. Done For You advertising, stuff like that. Stuff that you probably are not an expert in, or probably don't want to become an expert in. Those are the things that you should outsource, or you should align with people who are the best in the world at those things, all right? So thank you for tuning in to today's video. I'll see you in the next one.